Hello everyone, welcome back to Triad Travelogues. I am Richard and I'm coming at you today from the outskirts of Shanghai, China. And today we are going to explore this big abandoned commercial property. Now this is part 2 of a video series that I started earlier this week. And earlier this week we explored this building right here. Now I didn't even know about the existence of this second building until I was done exploring the first building, and I realized, wow, this property extends further than I initially had assumed. Now, this building here that we're going to explore today is very similar to the other building in its layout. I think it's a little bit longer. It's a little bit of a bigger building. But it looks similar in that it seems like it was a mixture of commercial and residential properties. Commercial properties at the bottom layer, or the bottom floor, the first floor. I'm sorry you guys, it's really hot. Today is August the 4th and it is scorching hot and my brain is just kind of mushy. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me. So the first floor has these commercial properties, which were restaurants, stores. You know, I saw a realtor, like a real estate place earlier this week. And then at the top are residential areas, and the residential areas are, I would assume, the apartments that people that ran the businesses lived in. So the difference, another difference between this building that we explored earlier and this building is that this building over here actually has a couple of apartments that are still being used, that still have residents in them, which is, I don't want to sound mean, but it's absolutely disgusting. This building over here is vile. It's filled with human feces and trash and all manner of just anything disgusting you can imagine that festers for a long period of time. And there's actually a restaurant in this building that is still open, and the restaurant is sandwiched between you know, other vacant areas that are just filled with stuff that you wouldn't want anywhere near your food. And there's also a sort of convenience store over here where you can get drinks. And this building that we're about to go into and explore, this building has nothing. It's completely empty. It's completely abandoned. It doesn't look like there is anything, there's no life at all inside of this building. Now we're in the back of the building because earlier I saw some security guards, but I walked right past them and they did not seem to mind me at all. I am wearing a GoPro on my head, and well, there's one of the security guards right there. But we're just gonna go around and kind of, we'll scope out the building. If they give me any problems, we'll come back another day and do this. All right, so that was the back of the building that I just showed you, and this is the front of the building. Now you'll notice the back of the building is filled with rubble. I'm pretty sure there were other buildings that were sitting next to it that have since been leveled. But yeah, the front of it actually here, this is like a parking area for lots and lots of motorbikes. On the other side of this big wall here is the metro station Jiuting. I can't say it right. My Chinese is horrible. Anyway, we're just gonna sort of sneak inside this building now that security guard went away. I really just don't believe that they care at all. We're gonna go in through the side. This right here, this little entrance is the side entrance, and just see what we can find. I scoped out this building a little bit yesterday, and there's definitely some interesting things here to see. Now I'm only gonna say this one time, because I went back and I watched the video I did earlier this week, and I noticed that I mentioned the fact that there were human feces laying on the ground everywhere multiple times, many times. I said, I pointed out the feces. So I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm not gonna mention it at all, except for this one time. Be on the lookout for human feces, because it is everywhere in this building. But I guess I don't need to keep saying it over and over again. I don't want you guys to think that I have some kind of a fascination with human feces. Anyway, this was, like I said, probably a residential area up here. It looks pretty similar to the ones from yesterday, or not yesterday, last week. Man, it's like filled with blankets. I want to show you guys this. Uh-oh. Look at this. This apartment building is just filled with blankets, and I hope to God that there's nobody that is sleeping in this filth. I really do. I hope that nobody sleeps in this filth, because this is just absolutely vile. I feel like if you went to sleep in here, you would definitely, like any normal person, would wake up sick, or not wake up at all. Definitely would wake up sick, though. Just coming in here, me without any kind of a respirator or gas mask, is probably not very safe. Well, definitely not very safe. So you can see across the way, this is the backyard that I started the video out with, and this is just rubble from, I assume, an additional building that was across the way. And then here we have people doing construction. Well, I guess these little buildings right here, the blue roofed buildings, those are temporary residences for the construction workers that are building these big buildings in the back. Normally, these are migrant workers. They're from more rural parts of China, and they get jobs, for the better part of a year doing construction, and they leave their family, and they come to wherever the construction's taking place, and they live there for as long as the construction goes on. In these like little, you see these temporary housing units everywhere all the time. They literally just stack up on top of each other. And these migrant workers, they do construction. They're very hard workers. Man, they are, they're out in the sun all day doing construction work, and they send their money back home to their families. And it's kind of sad because, a lot of them have kids and grandkids that never get to see them, because they're always far away from, their rural area, because there's not a lot of jobs available in those areas. Okay, so that was kind of gross. And we can look at the front actually of the commercial part, and this is the bottom part of that apartment that you just saw. So somewhere in here there should be a set of stairs that are leading up to that residential place that I just showed you. Oh man, this is nasty. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look in here. I guess this was, this was like, I don't know, like a little area where they prepared food. God forbid, little area they prepared food. And hopefully no one is preparing food these days here. I guess it doesn't look like there are any stairs leading up to the residential area, the apartment upstairs. The buildings that we saw, the building that we saw earlier this week, most of these commercial areas were restaurants at one point, and they had stairwells leading up to the apartments. So the person who managed the restaurant or owned the restaurant, at the end of the day, they could just go upstairs to their apartment. Okay. So I really think that this building has a much different feel. I don't know, this building has kind of a darker feel, a little bit more of a menacing feel to it than the other building next door. This is a dumpling place. Look, you can get some yummy dumplings. And it looks like this is all that's left of this place. So this was one of the smaller storefronts, and I guess if we want to see, there should be more stuff in the back behind this wall. We'll go and check that out later. Now this, I have no idea what this was. I saw this yesterday, and when I first saw it, I thought, maybe this was like a recording studio. I don't know. You know, it looks like some really, man, these are some ugly. Hold on. I'm gonna turn my, well, I don't need the flashlight right now. I can, well, maybe in here. I guess the flashlight isn't really going to do us any good in this area. As you can see, it's just sort of trash. There's trash everywhere. But the walls here are, I don't know, they're lined with like foam. It's kind of foamy. It looks sort of like a mattress, kind of a mattressy type texture. And they're all over the walls. And if you can see right here, this is a glass window. And the glass window leads into this room. And this room may have been a control room. I record music, and I have a little studio, and I've had different music studios during my life at different places that I've lived, and I have some experience recording music. And it seems like this probably was a dead room or a control room, or not a control room, but the room that they recorded in. And maybe this room out here was a control room. I'm not really certain. I don't really know. But I don't know. It definitely, the acoustics in this room seem a little bit dead. There's not nearly as much of an echo in here, and it's obviously as a result of these sort of mattress things that are up. It definitely doesn't look like a traditional recording studio in terms of the if this was soundproofing that they were trying to do here. But I've never actually seen a recording studio in China, so they may do things a little bit differently. But I'm pretty sure this may have been a recording studio. I may be wrong though, don't quote me on that. And there's a kitchen in here. It's dirty. I guess I feel like that's something I don't really need to say much anymore either. I think I've exhausted that phrase. It's dirty, and oh hey look, there's feces. Oh, this is a bathroom in here. Yeah. Yep, that is unmistakably a bathroom. All right, so this commercial area, whatever this was, actually does have a stairwell leading up to something, which I assume is a residential or an apartment upstairs. And we are gonna go look, see what we can find. Oh wow. Oh wow, you know what? These rooms also have the same sort of mattress things that are up. And look at the floor. Do you see the floor? The floor is may very well not be very stable. I'm gonna take my chances though. It feels reasonably stable. But look at, do you see all this? The floorboards are just torn to pieces, and who knows, underneath the floorboard it may just be something that is ready to collapse. Yeah, this place definitely has a more creepy vibe to it. I don't know, I may have been wrong about the recording studio thing, and this terrible stuff that's all over the walls is just decoration. Somebody with terrible taste has put these things up. They are ugly though, look at that. I think this probably was an apartment at one point. The amount of decay in this apartment is much more severe than the ones we looked at earlier this week. It feels less safe, you know, and the other apartments were dirty, but they did not give me that feeling that I was gonna fall through the floor like this one does. Look at all these bottles, all beer. Somebody's coming up here and drinking beer. That's a constant. When you do urban exploration, there is very rarely a place you will find that is not just littered with beer bottles or liquor bottles. Okay. Let's see what we got in here. I got to get my My phone flashlight. It looks like this was a bedroom. Also, man, the acoustics in here are pretty dead too. No echo at all. So yeah, a little bedroom. Oh, I don't like that sound. That is the sound of imminent collapse. It's hard to convey over. It's hard to convey over the internet or over a video how creepy some of these places are. Wow, this is super creepy though. Yeah, this is a creepy room. I am gonna have to say this is the creepiest room I've come upon thus far. You guys can see this is a bed that may be being used by an alcoholic or somebody that really likes to drink beer. Wow, look at all these beer bottles. That is insane. Wow. Lots of beer, lots of cigarettes, and a bed. And even this bucket that has a little bit of water in it, and I'm thinking they may have set it up because the ceiling is leaking. Or maybe they just pee in it. Maybe he pees in it. Or she. He or she, I don't know. And here's another pretty messed up room, but it's not as creepy as the other room because I don't get the feeling that someone was in here recently sleeping and getting drunk. I was talking to my wife yesterday about these places, and like I told her if I was homeless, if I didn't have a place to stay and I needed a place to sleep at night, these places are they're not places that I would even consider, even for a moment, coming to and sleeping. If you were homeless and you knew Shanghai really well, you could easily find some place that was secluded, that you were safe in, that did not smell like this place and was not just generally creepy. This is an unhealthy environment for somebody to sleep in. And, oh, what's under here? More mattress boxes. There's a lot of mattress boxes and blankets and stuff up here. Let's see what's up here. I guess this was a bathroom or a shower or something. Okay. So I don't like this apartment. If a real estate agent showed me this apartment, I would probably turn it down. Say, maybe you can show me something else. But yeah, if I was homeless and I needed a place to sleep, I think what I would do is I would go onto the rooftop of a building, like a supermarket, like the Walmart. The Walmart supermarket has a roof that you never see anybody on, and you could easily go up there and go into one of their little, they have little, shacks up there, or little areas like where the elevator shaft is, and you might be able to just go up there and hide, and then after they close down, you'd have a place that was safe to at least to sleep without having to worry about the things that I would worry about if I were sleeping here, or if I were spending any time in here other than to explore it. Oh, there's a couch in here. And look, somebody's got there's a coat hung up. How weird is that? And maybe someone was sleeping on this couch and they hung up their coat. I don't know. I seriously doubt anybody in this weather is hanging a coat up though, or using a coat. It is just miserably hot outside. This is I don't know what this place was. It doesn't look much like a commercial property, but this is downstairs, and I don't know what's on the other side of it, but I think this is just one of those spaces that could, or, had the potential to be a commercial property. But it either never was, or when they evacuated, they took everything down they took away all the remnants of whatever it was. Just more filth. Oh, okay. Is there a stairwell in this one? Oh man, there is a stairwell. And that stairwell feels pretty creepy too. Okay, let's go up the stairwell. Yeah, at night, man, this place would just be absolutely terrifying. Wow, it's filled with blankets as well. It's just filled with blankets. Look at all these blankets. Now this area, this apartment is different than the other ones. The other ones have multiple rooms, and this is just it looks like a small kind of studio apartment. And it is filled with blankets. I have no idea and no guess as to why on earth there would need to be so many blankets inside of one place. It's a mystery to me. Oh, here's another, I don't want to touch it, but there's another credit card. There's a couple of credit cards on the ground, and there's a wallet. So I'm definitely thinking that criminals that loot places come here and bring their loot here. Now, up here you can see there's the edge of a blanket. It's kind of the corner of a blanket coming off of, I guess that is an attic. And the stairwell that was leading up to the attic, you can see the markings of where I believe a stairwell once was, but is no longer there. So unfortunately, we can't go up to that extremely creepy attic. But we might find another way to get to the attic, maybe. Oh man, yeah, this is a big building. Okay. Now this one is open from the outside. So this is one you can just sort of walk into. And I'm guessing based on the layout and the tiles that this was a restaurant. Yeah. Some kind of a restaurant. Not a whole lot going on down here, but let's check upstairs. Oh wow. Well, this is kind of like another studio apartment with the rafters or whatever they're called all hanging down. Yeah, some work boots. Pretty much just the same as the apartment that's next door. Oh wow, look at that broken glass everywhere. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is something that I happened upon yesterday while I was exploring. I did sort of a preliminary search of this building yesterday. And I found something that I think is pretty cool. I think you'll think it's cool too. And it is Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's all the way at the end, huh? Okay. You know what? We'll go to the end. I wanted to just go from one side to the other, but it's cool. We'll just go to the end here. Okay. I came in here yesterday and I was looking through and thinking, what the hell was this? Like, the wall decorations are so strange. And there is this stairwell that once was that's leading up to this really ominous sort of second floor that you can't access. And I was thinking, what could it be? And I looked down this hallway. And when I looked down this hallway, I realized, oh, you know what? You know what this is? Or was? It was a KTV. This is an abandoned KTV. And for those of you who don't know, KTV is karaoke television. It is something that is extremely popular in China, in East Asia in general. And it is something that people do all the time. It's like a place that you might bring your friends if you're looking to have a good time. You might go after you're done at the bar, or you might go in the afternoon. You might bring clients or business associates. And it's basically just karaoke. You just sit in a room. Now, normally the rooms look a lot nicer than this. But you basically sit in a room. There's a little control booth that you can pick songs. And they give you microphones and alcohol. You just sit there, drink beer, smoke cigarettes, and you watch the TV. See, there, I'm pretty sure there was a TV right there that they gutted out. You watch the TV. The TV's got music videos. And they play songs without the words. And they put the words on the TV and you just sing, you sing along. People love to do this in China. It is just, it's like a national pastime. And now me personally, I'm a ham and I love to sing. I love doing KTV. I know a lot of Westerners don't like KTV or they don't understand it. But I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. What is that? What is this? Is this a tent? This may be a tent. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is, but I am not going inside of it. So, a normal KTV has a bunch of different rooms, and the rooms are relatively soundproof. And they have a big couch, and you just sit down and you sing songs. The TV's like right here, See right there? That's where the TV is. And normally, like over here, they'll have a little control booth and you can pick whatever songs you want to sing. They got Chinese, Japanese, English songs, all kinds of songs. People just get wasted and smoke cigarettes and sing. This is kind of like, you can kind of look at this and see how the rooms are normally laid out. There's normally not a disgusting mattress laying in the middle of the floor, but prostitution is pretty common when it comes to KTV. It's some of the like seedier KTV places. So there might be a room with mattresses. I don't know. But like they got, when they're operational, they just got these couches like this, that cover like most of the room. You can just bring your friends and sing and sing. And the jovial sort of nature of KTV and the fact that people congregate and sing and are happy and drunken, it makes this abandoned KTV, very unsettling. Because it's just this pit, this ruin of this, this place that I assume thousands and thousands of people probably came and enjoyed themselves and had fun and made business deals and got laid and, and now it's just this empty husk of a thing. It's just destroyed and gutted. The TVs have all been ripped out. There's no electronics. It's just the only things that are left are the things that can't be sold. And the memories. And the residual memories. Oh, that was deep, huh? Is me getting deep. Okay, let's go back here. This is a pretty small KTV. That I've seen some that are humongous. But this one's pretty small. Just a bathroom. The bathrooms are all pretty similar. Yeah, this, of all the places that I found in this little complex, this one is the most interesting to me. Now, I want to see if we can get upstairs. I'm pretty sure that there are additional KTV rooms upstairs. I want to see if we can get up there. Let's see, what's this? Was this one? I don't know if this was a KTV room or not. I'm sorry about the lack of flashlight, guys. I swear, you know, when I have time, I'm going to get a flashlight. I'm a really busy guy. I thought about getting one yesterday, but I didn't have any time. Yeah, there's nothing much in that room. Oh, okay, there are stairs that you can go up here. All right, let's go up the stairs. See if we got additional KTV rooms upstairs. Oh wow, the upstairs is blocked off by bricks. Huh, and I know there's more to it because I can see part of the second level from the main room. More credit cards, and wow, a lot of, like, I guess these were lockers. You know, they take people's bags or clothes or whatever and stick them in the lockers. What's in here? Oh wow, look at, oh, try not to break this glass. Oh, please don't break. What's this? Whoa, it's like a hole in the wall to another dimension. You guys want to go? Maybe this will lead us up to more KTV rooms. I doubt it though. I think this is the next door. The next door building. Oh, nope, it is the KTV. Wow. That's just the bathroom. The bathroom is locked, interestingly enough. Wow. I didn't think I was going to be able to get up here. Wow, and it is just more... It's just more KTV rooms. Oh shit, someone's up here. We're gonna run. We're gonna run. We're not gonna explore those, man. You got some crazy dude grunting. Oh, screw that. Gotta jump. Well, guys, that was pretty creepy. At least he let us know he was there though, huh? Oh man, I guess we'll never know. We'll never know what's up there, because I sure as hell am not going back up there. Wow. Gotta stay brave, you guys. Man, that would have been a lot scarier at like 3 o'clock in the morning though. Oh, that shook me up, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. That shook me up a little bit. Maybe he'll come up to the window. You think he'll come look through the window? Man. Well, I'm guessing whoever's up there probably doesn't have a great life, and man, I got no ill will toward that guy, and I don't think he has any ill will toward me, but that isn't the type of place that I want to run into anybody, you know, especially in Shanghai, China, where it's very likely that I wouldn't be able to communicate with him. Okay, let's see what else we can find. Hopefully we don't run into another situation like that. Now I'm a little bit paranoid. But you know what? We are adventurers. We got to keep adventuring. And you know, if it had just been me, and I hadn't been talking on my recorder, you know, he may have heard me and I didn't hear him or something, or we didn't hear each other, and he could have just jumped out and beat my skull in with a, I don't know, with whatever was available, a beer bottle, I guess. Look at this. This is one of those rental bikes, just completely trashed. People really love to abuse these rental bikes. I don't know why. Okay, you guys want to venture up another set of stairs? Man. Okay. I would say, like, who is hanging out up there, you know? Who in their right mind would hang out up there? But, yeah. I mean, I'm up here, so I guess that answers your question. Okay, let's see what we got. This door's locked. I promise it's locked. I'm not just being a pussy. That door really is locked. Oh, man. You know, I used to explore this abandoned mental hospital called Rosewood Center in Maryland. And I think it was in Glendale, Maryland. I don't remember exactly where it was. But yeah, I used to explore it, and you know, there was this theater, this basically this place that you could, I guess they used to have conventions. Oh, look, there's a cat. Look at that cat go. They had, I don't know, they had conventions up there, or I don't know. It was a psychiatric hospital, so who knows what they did in the theater, you know. But we used to sit up at the top, and there was a perfect overlook. Like, you could look over and you could see the driveway that people would drive up, you know. And anyone that came to Rosewood Hospital late at night, they were there to explore the building, you know. And you know, most of those buildings, most of those properties were abandoned. Hello? Ni hao? Let's make sure we're safe. Okay. So, most of those rooms, like the places, the psychiatric hospital, were abandoned. And so anyone that showed up at midnight, that pulled into that driveway, you know, they were just there to have a thrill, to walk around an abandoned psychiatric hospital. And we knew this guy. His name was Andrew. He was friends with my neighbors. And this guy could do a spot-on impression of a crying baby. And I mean, it was just identical to like a crying baby. It's super creepy. Look at all these Coke bottles. They're like, I don't think it's really Coke. I think they're Chinese off-brand Coke bottles. Anyway, this guy could do a dead-on impression of a crying baby. And we used to just sit up there and wait for people to come. People would show up, you know, and when people showed up, we would wait for them to get out of their car. You know, we'd wait for them to be closer to the building, so they couldn't run away really fast. And he'd start doing his baby voice, like, wah! And it was so much fun because it scared the hell out of people. People were terrified. You know, it was already a really scary place to be, and you got to build up your nerve to walk into an abandoned psychiatric hospital in the middle of the night. And this one time, there was this group of like teenagers, and they got out of the car, and like, you know, it was like 2 girls and 2 dudes. Obviously, they were trying to show these girls how tough they were, I guess. And so they come up and they get out of their car, and they're all like walking down the way, and they're like, and you know, Andrew starts doing his baby voice out the window. And these dudes, instead of running away, like most people do, these dudes started yelling and screaming, like screaming at the ghost, like yelling at the ghost, and they were throwing bottles at the wall. And they got in their car. The girls are like, ah, the girls are screaming. And they got in their car and they drove away. And oh, look at this. This is just kind of an empty space. Anyway, they got in their car and drove away, and we thought it was kind of funny, but like 20 minutes later, this just whole group of dudes show up. And they're like, they're like ready to beat the ghost up, you know? They still got these two girls with them, but there's all these dudes like, hey, hey. You know, it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and these dudes are all in the parking lot, like screaming at the building. And they all ended up going inside the building, and we were like, oh, this is not good, you know? I think it was me, Michael, Brett, Becky, and Andrew, 5 people. And we're against these dudes who, you know, they were very angry and pumped up, and they may have been on drugs, who knows? Why else would you show up at an abandoned mental hospital at 2 o'clock in the morning? And so we hightailed it out of there. We knew that building pretty well, though, so we were able to escape before they found us. But man, they were not happy about that at all. You know, it's just a joke. You know, chill out. Okay, I think I'm getting delirious from the heat. And let's see, I gotta leave in a few minutes. So the KTV is basically like this whole area, you know, this window, this window, this window. I'm pretty sure this one. And as we now know, there is at least one gentleman up there doing God knows what in the sweltering heat in an abandoned KTV at noon. And this is it. This is the last place. And I don't know if there's a way to get in other than through the window. Doesn't look like there is. We'll just go in through the window. Okay, I gotta put the recorder down for a minute. Hold on. Please don't break. Oh, please don't break. I told my wife what I was going to do, and she's like, be careful. Be careful. Nothing really that interesting here. Now, there is one more stairwell we can venture up. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little burnt out on stairwells at this point. Ni hao. Hello, ni hao. I need to ask my wife to teach me how to say, I come in peace. Huh. Whoa, this is interesting. There are a lot of shelves in here. Maybe this was the kids' room at one point, because look, we got these kind of anime looking posters everywhere and some really filthy underwear. And look, you know what these are? See these little yellow things? Those are dried up, really dried up, old, just crunchy shrimp. See that? Those are shrimp that have been cooked and then just dried up in the heat. All of these shelves, look at this. I guess this was a bedroom. They don't open. These shelves don't open. That's weird. Oh, no, these shelves don't even open. They're fake shelves. I guess they just open from this side. Yeah, they just open from this side. Oh, these don't open either. Huh. Well, I guess that's pretty cool. Okay, well, I want to say one thing. I always worry about my commentary during these videos, because this is a long time for you, the viewer, and me, the content producer, the content creator. It's a long time for us to be together, and I know that these buildings are really interesting, and I know that probably my commentary isn't nearly as interesting as the buildings, but a lot, in the past, I've used that fear that my commentary sucks as a kind of justification to not make videos. Like, oh, today I don't really feel up for it because maybe my commentary won't be as witty or it won't be as interesting. And I'm trying to curtail that by just doing these videos whenever I have the opportunity to do it, to do them. I work early morning down the street this way, and I pass by this building all the time, and I just thought, oh, it'd be really interesting to do these tours of this building. I want to build the Triad Travelogues YouTube channel, and I want to do a lot more urban exploration type stuff. And so this is me. I may be slightly irritating, but if it were just you and me and we were walking together in these buildings, this is what this is how it would be. I tend to talk a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not apologizing. I'm just saying some of my videos I might seem a little more upbeat or a little more into it than other videos, but I just need to keep moving, keep pressing on, because if I can use that as an excuse to not do anything, I don't know, it just, the space gets bigger and bigger and bigger between videos. So anyway, that's it. That's the tour of this building. I'm really sorry you didn't get to see the upstairs of the KTV rooms. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm never going to go up there again. Now this building right here is the third building and the last building in this series of empty buildings. And I am going to explore this building. So this building will be part 3. I don't know when I'm going to do it, probably sometime in the next week. It'll likely be a shorter video because it's a much smaller building. But I'm going to go. I got to go do more work. I got to go teach. Got to go home and take a shower because I'm dripping in sweat. But listen, if you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Give the video a big thumbs up and definitely leave a comment down below if you have any ideas for other places in Shanghai that I could explore that you know of. Definitely drop me a line and let me know. Be sure to check out some of our other videos. Not everything on this channel is urban exploration related. There's a lot of other content on this channel and I'm trying to build it up a little bit faster than I have over the last year. That's all I have to say today. Thank you for watching Triad Travelogues. I'm Richard. We'll see you next time.